This is George F551, and I think this may possibly be a two-parter video. So this is the week before Big Lots in Fitchburg closes, and very likely, because there might be not much left, being 50 to 80% off, the last week, or should I say the final day, may also be in this video as well. We'll just have to see if it's cleared out enough to justify that. And being that it's fairly light traffic in here, not many people yet, probably not going to have much in-store audio, so let's see what they have. So this is the 6 days to go point. They moved up the closing date from the 17th to the 15th, which, by the way, there's so little. The last day is in this video. So everything's been moved up to the front, more or less. And now I know what is happening with this store. As we know, it was up for sale, this location. It could have meant, depending on what you heard, that it may come back as another Big Lots, or could be sold to someone and be made a different store, or just sit, for sale and be yet another vacant storefront. Fortunately, found out somewhat recently that Ollie's Bargain Outlet has bought this location, which might explain why the furnishings are not for sale. They're probably going to be reused by Ollie's. And there's only a handful of those in this area. There was generally more of a Midwestern store. However, it is very similar to Building 19 because they actually modeled a lot of their stuff from Building 19, except that Ollie's actually has a good reputation as a store. And from videos I've seen of the places, they actually sell decent discount items. Off-brand, on-brand, store overruns. Not the reputation that Building 19 had, which you can look up on YouTube and see the videos. Not a single one of them puts a shining light on Building 19, including from the employees themselves. But the business model itself, apparently Ollie's does entirely different, and the furniture for some reason is still way in the back. But anyway, well, here's the furniture department, and then as I walked in, the guy welcomes me over there, and this is all that's left of furniture, more or less, as he was telling me. So, yeah, the whole back has been cleaned out, and I mean, there's a few more of those furnaces still. Those things right there. Those fake fireplaces. And a few chairs, and that's about it. And there they are right there, waiting to be bought. And apparently have been bought. You'll see on the last day, where we spend a couple minutes looking around, and literally, I do mean a couple of minutes. You'll understand. So, this is apparently going to become an Ollie's Bargain Outlet, and as I was saying, just so people don't get the wrong impression, from what I've seen, Building 19, well, actually, I know what Building 19 is like. I've been there before. Not really a good chain. Ollie's, the only thing they did was borrow the comedy and the slogan, good stuff cheap. In fact, when Building 19 went bankrupt, Ollie's bought the assets and the rights to Building 19. And that's pretty much the only thing Building 19 that is of Ollie's. All the funny comics, all the funny caricatures, all the funny sayings around the store, entirely from Building 19, the concept. But having good merchandise, that was not Building 19's concept. So, there's not much more to do here, but just let you sit back and look at the merchandise. And like I said, because there wasn't too much, action going on, and the music was a bit loud, there's no in-store audio. So I'm just gonna sit back and let you enjoy the rest of this first segment. And here we are, as you can see, last day today. And by the way, as soon as we walk in, more or less, you will see, literally within minutes, this is going to close right then and there. In fact, they were starting to put the store closed signs up. It's all emptied now. There is nothing left except you notice that people are hovering around those 2 shopping carts. That is the merchandise that's left. That is it. That's all that remains. And they were trying to put a bunch more stuff in, and they were trying to sell the carts as a whole. So I think that one right there was staring at. Before I left, they were trying to sell the entire contents for $7, and then the waste can that you just saw over there was added in. Somebody actually bought it. And in fact, there goes one of the carts now. So that single cart now is all that remains. And as I was walking out the door, they bought it, and the store officially closed. And that's pretty much it. Normally this is where I would just see they're throwing in the waste can, and they accepted the deal. And as you can see, as I'm walking right outside, they have just officially closed the store. It was short, but it was epic. And that's it. And then I'm telling these people there's just a couple carts left. Well, only one, and it was actually sold. I didn't quite know that at the time, but there you have it. Well, that was totally anticlimactic. Last day, those 2 shopping carts, that was literally everything left. And they were actually literally trying to get rid of one of those carts for only $7. While we're at it, there's a new cluck, and I'm trying to get the, there it is, cluck and crispy chicken opening up. I literally came at the very last minute. It is official, Big Lots, as we literally walked out the door, has closed. But if I remember to say something about it, this is not the end. Is that goodbye Big Lots, hello Ollie's. And they're saying hello. So that is it for Big Lots. Next time we come back, we're going to see what Ollie's is all about. Building 19, but good. Anyway, this is George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.